morning. We're here to do a park run. We've gone through the wildest, windiest night, haven't we, Iona?
Yep.
And we've just a mile out, just over a mile from where we're going to be park running today, which is where, Iona?
A campsite.
No, we're not going to be park running at a campsite.
That'd be cool.
It would be cool to do a park run at a campsite, but where are we going to be running?
Woolacombe Dunes.
Yeah, we're going to come and do what is supposedly one of the toughest park runs in the UK. Second toughest, is it?
Great Yarmouth is now the hardest.
Great Yarmouth is apparently the hardest. This is Woolacombe Dunes, the second hardest park run in the UK. And to make it even harder, it's blowing a hoolie, and it did all last night while we were in this tent as well. Fortunately, we haven't blown away, which can't be said for every tent on the campsite. Are you ready to go and see how tough Woolacombe Dunes is?
Yeah.
Let's go see. We've made it to parkrun. We're trying not to get blown off the cliff. We're joined by some friends who've also come to do supposedly the second hardest. Some of them are quite disappointed it's only the second hardest. They'd like it to be the hardest parkrun. But we're here to see how tough it is.
Turn right onto a path that will take you down onto the beach. When you get onto the beach, you run for about a mile all the way up until you get to Mill Rock. Just behind Mill Rock is our legendary Dune of Doom, because it's quite difficult to climb it, having just run a mile along a beach.
Are you ready for this, Iona?
No.
Are you ready to face the Dune of Doom?
No.
Are you looking forward to it?
No.
Are you slightly freaked out by it?
Yes.
You'll be fine. So we're just making our way to the start of the parkrun. The finish is here, which means it is an uphill finish for us, Iona. It should be a toughie.
I have one shout out for Max. Where's Max? Hand up, Max. Brilliant. Who's running his 10th parkrun, and it's also his 11th birthday. Happy birthday, Max. 3, 2, 1. Go, have a good run. Go England. That's what I was going to say. Yeah. Go the Lionesses.
And we're off. It's downhill. I don't know what the problem is. It's easy, isn't it, Iona?
I see a hill already.
You see a hill ahead already? Well, we've had a little bit of a tumble on the first bit of the run, haven't we, Iona? It was a bit rocky, and Iona went whee and went for a little fly as well as a run along the rocks, which was a bit painful for Iona. So we're just doing a little bit of a walk at the moment, but that does give us more time to enjoy the amazing view. Now, can you see it again, Iona? A bit. You're a bit hidden by the bracken. But yeah, a beautiful view of the sea and the cliffs around Woolacombe. We are onto the sand. Not yet the dunes, but it's still pretty tough underfoot, isn't it, Iona? It's soft sand, and yeah, running through the bracken and so on of the route, it is quite a toughie, especially with this wind, which is trying to blow us backwards, isn't it, Iona? So I don't think the weather looked at the weather forecast. It was supposed to be nice this morning, not raining. Pick a blackberry as we go around. That was very sharp. Ooh, it's blowing a good hoolie, and the rain is straight into our faces at the moment. Oh, I love it. We've made it down onto the beach itself now, and if we're not careful, we'll get caught by the waves. There's Ewan with the tail walkers just over there, coming down onto the beach. But a beautiful view ahead of us over to Woolacombe. And the waves are really rough this morning. It's fantastic. We're running the risky line between nice firm sand underfoot, which means getting as close to the water's edge as possible, but avoiding that odd wave that wants to come in a bit further and get your feet wet. We don't want that, do we, Iona? There we go. That's one wave that decided to come in just that bit further and almost got our feet wet. We had to do a quick back up the beach a little bit to avoid it. Oh, I love this. It's just brilliant. I love being in the wild elements like this. What a fabulous way to start the day. Those waves are big as well. Iona has got muddy hands. Show me your hands, Iona. Today, I have got to feed Iona her Haribo Mile Sweet.
Baby Iona again.
We are on fresh sand. Obviously the tide's gone out that bit further from when the other runners came through. So we're on nice, clean, fresh sand. We're making footprints in the sand, if you know that little poem. We've just spotted the buggy trails running along the beach. There's somebody doing this parkrun today with a buggy. I do not know how that's going to be possible. How they're going to do the Dunes of Doom, I have no idea. They're going to write the run report though, so if you want to find out how they got on, check out the run report for this run. The weather is definitely clearing a bit. We can actually see Woolacombe now in front of us rather than just a mist. And blue sky out to sea. I love the sound of the waves crashing in. It's just a beautiful symphony of noise. Just up there, we've spotted the cafe where we started, where our car is parked, which means we have all that to climb before we finish. Oh, I can see why. This is definitely rated one of the toughest parkruns out there. Your legs are tired from running along the beach, and then you've got to run up that. I love seeing Woolacombe ahead of us. The houses sort of nestling into the hillside as it rises away from the cliffs and the sea. Ahead of us, some rocks jutting out to the sand, a bit of cliffs, and just ahead of those, I can see a yellow arrow pointing up those dunes. I think we're about to hit the Dunes of Doom. Climb that dune, but I have a sneaky suspicion we haven't finished the climbing yet. There is more challenge ahead, but we'll make the most of a little bit of easing of the challenge for a moment with a bit of gentle grass running. So far the hardest parkrun we've done was Stroud Parkrun, the unexpected parkrun as we called it, but this is definitely a lot harder than that. Do we do Great Yarmouth soon and see what the hardest parkrun is like for a bit of comparison? Maybe. Other side of the country. The sea has turned from steely grey as it was this morning to a deep blue now as the sky has turned to blue above it. Looks amazing.
Long here for about a third of a mile.
Yeah.
And you come to where you went down at the first point and you go back up there.
We get to go down again a bit. Yeah, you know what that means, don't you? We have to go back up again. Back where we started, we have to go back up that again to the finish. I thought they hadn't finished with the treats for us. For a brief moment, the wind has dropped as we're heading back to the beach. We've got high bank on one side of us, high bank on the other. Then what do you think? The high bank on that side, I'm pretty sure we need to be at the top of in order to finish. Up to the volunteer who I think is about to signpost us back up the hill. Apparently this is the slope of hope.
Yeah, it's not a hill.
It's not a hill.
And then you'll finish.
It looks very like a hill to me, but we'll take that, a slope of hope.
Well done.
Thank you. Iona has put her foot firmly down. We are not running up this slope of hope, we're walking the slope of hope. We're running into the finish now. The sun is shining, the wind has dropped, the sky is blue. We're ready for a Devon holiday. Or more to the point, we're ready for a Devon breakfast, aren't we, Iona? Are you hungry? I'm definitely hungry. And I'm looking forward to a coffee because I've not had a coffee yet today. Good. And it's uphill to the finish, isn't it, Iona? Cool. They really make you work on this park run.
Oh, look.
There's the finish. Well, we've just walked down from the parkrun finish down into the village, left our car up by the parkrun finish because if we've paid £10 for parking, we may as well make the most of it, and finding somewhere for breakfast. We were told about this place, so just checking it out.
Got your maple syrup.
How's your breakfast, Iona?
Good.
What's it rating this breakfast?
5.
5 out of 5 breakfast. Really enjoyed our breakfast at the Beachcomber Cafe, and you get a fabulous view while you're enjoying breakfast over the beach here at Woolacombe as well. Great recommendation from the Parkrun Tourism Group. Thanks guys for this cafe. All sorts of breakfast from a full English, kind of a full English and pancakes. I had pancakes with maple syrup on and bacon and eggs. Delicious. So yeah, little short walk from the Parkrun venue. Leave your car parked and then walk down here, I would recommend. Next, bit of time exploring Woolacombe, I think. So we'll do a bit of park faff. We're just taking a wander along the beach after our breakfast, enjoying what is now a beautiful sunny day, though still incredibly windy. Absolutely beautiful view out to the sea, waves crashing in, lifeguards all out, keeping an eye on us all, and we're approaching the Dunes of Doom again, because you know, going to them once wasn't enough. We're going to have another look as well. We have just walked along the beach and are sort of sitting, contemplating the Dune of Doom that we ran up earlier. There it is. We ran up that, and actually, that's probably going to be our walk back to the car as well. Do you think we can manage it for a second time? Well, we're going for a second bite at the cherry, up the Dune of Doom for a second time in the day. Not on a park run this time, just for the pure fun of doing it. Yeah, we might be slightly crazy. It is also a chance for Ruth to experience what we all enjoyed earlier, only the conditions are slightly sunnier and warmer now. Well, we finished Woolacombe Dunes Parkrun adventure. Have you had a good time, Iona?
Yeah.
Have your legs recovered from the hills, the Dunes of Doom?
Yes.
And you recovered from your little fall as well?
Yeah.
Good. Hope you've enjoyed today's little adventure. If they do, Iona, what do they need to do?
Like, subscribe to the notification bell and share.
And we will see you on another little adventure soon. Bye!